Assalamualaikum. So our group will present problem-based tasks of open source server administration given question by Puan Atika. So this is my teammate, which is myself, Amir, Hazim bin NORDIN, and another my teammate is MOHAMAD IZZUDIN and IMAN HARAHAP. So first thing first is task 1, which is create topology with appropriate LAN segment. So as one can see, this is our topology that we create using packet tracer. We have switch, client, and Debian server. So client we're using IP address 192.168.20.132. So the Debian server client we're using 192.168.20.130. So in the Debian, we're using we will set up the DNS, LAMP, and CMS. So this is our addressing table, which is client using IP address that I will given, and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. So for Debian server, we're using IP address which is that I've been telling about, and the subnet mask is same as the client subnet mask, and the default gateway is 192.168.20.1. So the setup allows the client and the server to talk each other, uh, and the switch help all devices to communicate one and another. So for the task 2, we need to set up the DNS server. So first thing first, we need to install Binary inside the Debian using command apt install Binary, Binary util, Binary DNS util, Binary doc, Binary host -y. So after the installment, we need to check the status of the Binary so that it can be active. So using the command systemctl status name. Next, we need to configure file binary in DNS. So we need to enter the command nano/etc/bind/name.conf.option. So inside in this nano, we need to remove the command slash in forward. Then we need to change from 0 to 8. After the configuration in DNS, we need to set up the static IP. So using command nano/etc/network/interface. So inside that, we need to change from DHCP into static. Then we need to put the address for IP address, netmask, and gateway. So the IP address we're using is 192.168.20.132. So for the gateway, we're using 20.1. So after that, we need to edit content file, which is we need to enter the nano /etc/bind/name.conf.local. So this set edit content for forward and reverse lookup. So inside it, in forward we need to enter the command, which is zone j.biz and /etc/bind and forward for jsbiz. And after that, for the reverse, we need to enter the IP that we using. Then the file name, which is /etc/bind/reverse.js.biz. So next, we need to create file zone for forward.j.biz and reverse.j.biz using command cp. So after create the file zone, to check it, we need to using command ls space -l. So as you can see in the picture, that we create is forward.js.biz and reverse.js.biz. After create file zone, we need to set up forward zone and set up reverse zone. So in forward zone, inside the nano, we need to change from local host into the name server that we want to put. So for our team, we're using ns.j.biz. So the IP address, we enter same as the static IP that we assign. So for the reverse zone, same thing. Just we need to enter the PTR record, which is the last IP that we're using, which is 132, and we need to change the local host into the our name server, which is ns.js.biz. So after that, we need to change the name domain into ns.j.biz and set the IP address to it. So the command that need to change this, which is nano/etc/bind/resolve.conf. So we need in search line, we need to change the localhost into the name server that we put, and the name server we need to assign the IP address that we assign. Next, to test the connectivity of the file that we create, we need using command dig ns.j.biz to check the name server, and after that, to check the IP connectivity, we need to enter the command dig -x and the IP address that we put. So this is the uh, interface that show after enter the command. After test the connectivity inside the Debian, so we need to test it in client. So first thing first, we need to open the client interface, then set up the IP address inside the client, and next check the result in client using command prompt by command nslookup. So this is the uh, interface that show inside the command prompt after we enter the nslookup command. So we show the server that we assign and the IP address that we assign to. So that's all from me. I will pass it to IMAN Daniel to continue about task 3.
Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is AIMAN HARAHAP, and today I will continue the presentation from Amir, and I will talk about LAMP server. So the first what you need to do is you need to install Apache 2 using command apt install Apache 2. Next, check status of Apache 2 with command systemctl status Apache 2. So the first thing you need to do is you need to install the Apache 2 inside the Debian server. And after you successfully install, you need to check the status of the Apache 2. If it's not enabled, then you need to start it. So what you need to start it by using systemctl start Apache 2. So after using start, you need to use systemctl status Apache 2 to see if the server is running or not, if the Apache 2 is running or not. Next, you need to install MariaDB. So how to install MariaDB? You need to using the command apt install MariaDB -server. Next, check status of MariaDB with command systemctl status MariaDB. So, after you finish the installation of MariaDB, you need to check the status of the MariaDB. So, how to check the status of the MariaDB? You need to type systemctl status MariaDB and see if it's running or not. So, in this picture, it's already state that it is active, meaning it is running well. Okay, next, after installing the MariaDB, you need to install the PHP. So how to install PHP? So next, install PHP with the command apt install php -cli php -mysql libapachi 2 -mod -php php -gd php -xml php -curl php -command and finally -y and then enter, and it will show all the installation that the server need so that it successfully installed all the tools that it needs to use. So after that, you need to type echo as is shown here, php info bracket semicolon and then you need to type the path in the info.php. It is /var/www/html/info.php. Okay, so after that, you need to go inside the var HTML. So how to do that? So you need to go cd/var/www/html, and then you need to type ls. What ls mean? Ls mean is that it is want to check all the folder that is been created. So ls that it is give you that you can see all the folder that been created. After installing the PHP, you need to go to any Microsoft Edge that you would like to use. For this one, I use Microsoft Edge. Then in the search bar, you need to insert the DNS IP server. So for this case, it is 192.198.20.132/info.php. You need to insert the info.php so that it can display the PHP. So in this image, it display the PHP version 7.4.30, meaning that it is been successfully installed and it is well installed. Okay, next, after the PHP has been displayed, go back to the Debian server, and then you need to create a web page. How to create a web page? So you need to use this command, nano it solution.html. So you need to create some room, meaning that you need to create a room for IT solution.html so that you can modify or insert any uh, word that you want to you want to web page to display. So after that, once you are inside the nano IT solution HTML, you want to I type IT solution SDN BHD for the header, and then below that I type welcome, meaning that IT solution is welcoming everyone who want to use this web page. So after you have typed what you want, click save, and then uh, exit. So after that, you go back to the web page you want to use, which is Microsoft Edge, and then you need to enter IP in the search bar, DNS server, like always, and then just change the /info.php to itsolution.html. So after you click enter, and it will display the typing that you type inside the HTML. So in this image is already shown that it is successfully been displayed. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, nama saya Muhammad IZZUDIN ZAINAL. Nombor metrik F2040. So saya akan sambung PBT task 4 CMS. So untuk CMS ni kita perlu install LAMP terlebih dahulu. So bila kita dah install LAMP, baru kita boleh buat CMS kat dalam dia. So untuk install CMS ni kita memilih WordPress. So untuk install WordPress, iaitu kita gunakan command wget https wordpress.org/latest.tar.gz. So bila kita dah install tu, bila kita tahu sukses tu, dia ada dekat loading tu, dia tengah dia 100%. Bila 100% tu dah full, then dia akan terus dah kira sukses. Bila dah habis tu, kira sukses kita punya installation. Okay, kemudian bila kita dah install WordPress, kita kena create database pula. So untuk database, kita masuk dulu ke MariaDB. Kemudian lepas kita dah masuk MariaDB tu, kita type create database WordPress. Lepas kita dah tulis create, kat bawah dia tulis create OK tu, kita kira dah sukses lah, kita dah create database. Kita tekan exit untuk keluar dari MariaDB. Lepas tu kita nak check balik apa yang kita dah create database tu, kita type ls untuk check balik file yang dalam tu. So untuk file yang kita create tu iaitu WordPress, kita boleh nampak dekat belah kanan saya ada WordPress punya data.
So, untuk next pula kita masuk pada wp-config.php. So, untuk command masuk ke wp-config.php ni ialah nano wp uh, config.php. Kemudian ini adalah dia punya setting default. So, kita kena ubah setting default dia untuk kita access. So, untuk setting kita ubah iaitu dia punya uh, db name, db user, db password. So, untuk db name kita letak sebagai root. Kita letak sebagai apa ni? Kita letak sebagai WordPress. Okay, untuk kita punya user baru kita letak sebagai root. So, untuk password kita letak Ossa 123. Lepas tu lepas kita dah set dah ubah, kita jangan lupa save. Tekan ctrl+X dan yes dan okay. Kemudian kita kena create semua privilege dalam MariaDB. So kita masuk balik MariaDB. Then kita type grant all privilege on WordPress. Lepas tu titik space bintang space to root at localhost. Lepas tu kita type iaitu identify by kita punya password tadi kita letak Ossa 123. Bila kita tekan enter, kita tengok dia tulis current okay tak. Kalau bila ada tulis current okay tu baru kira kita punya dah sukses. So lepas kita dah create tu kita tulis flash privilege. Lepas dah create tu kita tulis exit. Okay, lepas kita dah create semua benda ni, kita pergi ke client, kita punya window client. Kemudian kita pergi dekat Chrome ataupun dekat Microsoft Edge. Kita type nombor IP address kita. Nombor IP kami iaitu 192.168.20.132 dan kita slash, kita type WordPress. Kemudian bila dah type WordPress tu, kalau dia keluar macam ni, kiranya kita punya connection dah berjaya, sukses, WordPress dah berjaya. So untuk language kami memilih English. Lepas tu kita klik continue. Lepas tu kita kena set up WordPress punya ni. So untuk title kami meletakkan IT solution. Untuk username letak PBT_Ossa. Dan password kami letak Ossa 123 dan email letak email kami. So lepas kita dah selesai semua install setup untuk WordPress, kita klik install WordPress dekat button belah kiri hujung. Kemudian bila dah tekan install, dah keluar sukses, kiranya kita dah berjaya untuk setup WordPress. Kemudian kita klik pada logo kecil tu yang login. Kemudian dekat login ni dia bagi kita dua pilihan antara nak login guna username dengan email. So kalau username kalau kami iaitu PBT_Ossa ataupun email yang kami punya. So password kami letakkan Ossa 123. Lepas kita dah selesai letak tu, kita terus tekan login saja. Okay, ini adalah bila kita tekan login tu, ini adalah interface yang dekat WordPress. Ini adalah kira dashboard dia lah, dashboard untuk WordPress. Okay, kiranya kita dah berjaya untuk masuk ke dalam WordPress. So, itu saja dari saya. Sekian, terima kasih.